and to finish it like that out of nowhere, and you just see fans just getting the hell out of there because they can't get back and their trains have stopped. It was a nightmare, and I think you saw how quickly they shut the cameras off at the end. I mean, they didn't really wait around that much. They probably didn't want that view of just everybody getting out of there, but it wasn't. It's a shame. I mean, it's still a great moment for Becky. We're still going to remember it for this, but I just felt like it could have been so much better. In terms of everyone's performance, I thought all three of them done really well for what it was. I felt they told a good story, but like it wasn't the full story, and I'm kind of disappointed we didn't see the whole thing play out, because we might be talking about this match completely different had what was supposed to happen, because apparently there was a lot more high spots to come towards the end, and it was all building and building, but instead it sort of come out of nowhere. And it's a good thing when it happens sometimes like that, but in this case I was saying absolutely no. This didn't need to happen like that, and it was a huge mistake. Not a mistake who wins it. I do feel like they made the right decision with Becky here, and all good for her going forward. It's a great moment, but it could have been so much more, and I'm disappointed that the first ever one didn't get, first of all it wasn't one-on-one, but then secondly didn't get enough time. Ridiculous. And that they ended it the way they did. How do you sum it up for you, Matt?
It did feel like we was all building and every moment that went past, even during the match, the anticipation was still high.
Mm-hmm.
How's this going to go? Who's going to win? Who's going to be the winner that takes it all? And like you say, the match just did. The ending, I would say, wasn't the right at all. I mean, we saw that. I mean, straight away, as soon as they had the 3 count going, I saw her shoulder go move from the and the whole thing that Becky's been portraying lately, her character, she seems incredibly paranoid that the people in charge don't want her to be the man. And it seemed like at this point, it wasn't a conspiracy against her, it was a conspiracy against Ronda, wasn't it? Like, who cares, just keep counting 3, get that belt off of her, we don't want it on her anymore. Particularly with all that stuff that Ronda was saying beforehand, it's just like shone a completely different light on this. And although that's all just speculation, and I feel like as a wrestling fan, you have to look at it that way, don't you? You have to look at it. You have to try and believe in things a little bit. I know it's like all scripted and like this was written down and there was certain ways they were going to go about it. But if you're going to get excited about this, you want to believe in these people. And it's just completely changed their characters. For me, I didn't really mind who won, as long as it wasn't Ronda. I wanted her out of the picture. I feel like this WrestleMania moment is about women's wrestlers, and Charlotte and Becky do epitomise that. And they definitely have the passion for that. They're not going to, now WrestleMania's over, decide that they've had enough and take some time off, for instance. Yeah,
well, I do feel that the only thing I feel about this now is I have fears for this belt. Despite it being exclusive and all the rest of it, I do fear that there's only one way this is all going to go after this. But I hope I'm wrong about all this. But I do have a big fear that WWE just put all their eggs in one basket, and then, well, now the Saudi thing's happening again and they're not having Evolution and stuff like that. Are they just going to sort of just go back to their ways a little bit, and they can always say, well, we've done it now. That's out of the system. I don't know. Just the way it comes across sometimes with them. They very much want to get to the first, but they never really want to continue sometimes. As far as the rating goes for this, I couldn't give it any more than a 3.5. I tried to get to a 4, but like this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It's a main event match. 3.5 for me. What about you, Matt?
Nothing was resolved in this match. They came into this with all this momentum on Ronda. They didn't pass that off to anyone. And Charlotte came into this with all loads of momentum as well, having just won another title, and she wasn't involved in the loss. No momentum loss for her. And Becky didn't gain any extra just feels like total dead water.
Yeah, got an interesting article here from Dave Meltzer actually, and he's reporting that he's put, as you probably noticed, the ending of the Becky Lynch Ronda Rousey Charlotte match seemed to be a bit off. Reports that Rousey was supposed to kick out of what ended up being the finish of the match, which saw her pinned following Rousey going for the Piper's Pit, which Lynch countered and obviously put in the crucifix pin. Rousey's shoulders were not on the mat during the pin following what happened, supposed to kick out there. The match was supposed to go on a lot longer and end up with Charlotte tapping out to Lynch. Lots of stuff going on around it. I mean, so, yeah, it just, I don't know. When things happen like that and they want to speed things up, they normally do a better job of it. This just seemed like they just went, no, finish it now, quick, next one, do it. And that was it. You know, it was a shame they didn't get the build and then go home, rather than just do it out of nowhere like that. I mean, it just seemed so random, like as if Roman Reigns versus, I don't know, Brock would just finish like that. I mean, surely not. But summing up the whole of WrestleMania here, Matt, I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll say this is the most sporadic match card I've ever known. I know a few people said they enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it. I'm going to say that much. I did not enjoy this WrestleMania. I normally do. There's been a couple. This is up there with the one I didn't enjoy a few years ago at 33, I think it was. It's kind of on that level. I've come out of it and I'm a bit like that, and I feel the same. I don't have the excitement. I don't have the buzz still from WrestleMania. I just feel that it was, first of all, it was incredibly long, ridiculously long, too many matches that mean nothing, multiple matches that mean nothing, and sporadic goings on, such as, you know, the dance break and all this crap, you know, just stuff that doesn't need to be there. And it ruins the specialness of WrestleMania for me. Every time I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's just taking it out for me. And really, the best match of the night was Kofi versus Daniel Bryan, but that was the only one that was really good. And I mean really good. And for a WrestleMania, that's not the standard I've come to, you know, live and enjoy by, especially with recent WrestleManias, when you've got all these matches they say they've got. I can't. It was a good show for WWE, but WrestleMania, I'm not so sure. This just seemed like a load of matches and a lot of time spent here. How did you sum the whole experience up, Matt, and WrestleMania 35?
For me, I hope that the way that this WrestleMania is remembered in many years' time to come is from that classic Batista line that he did on Raw when he was trying to get the match with Triple H. Give me what I want. Then Triple H says, we'll give you what you want. And then Batista says, no, that's not what I want. So I feel like that is exactly what describes this WrestleMania.
Oh, my
the
God.
fans got everything that they wanted, but, you know, I feel like it's just not in the right way at all. Seth Rollins winning wasn't great. You know, Kofi Kingston, yeah, he had his moment, but, you know, would some bittersweet have been better with that, one of the New Day turning, or perhaps maybe waiting a little bit longer, maybe, who knows. And Becky Lynch winning in the way that she did, not what anyone wanted. So I feel like there's many things on this that, although it looked good on paper and they thought they were going to get a massive reaction from the fans, I don't really feel like it hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
no, I'm with you there on that. So, yeah, that's WrestleMania 35. Now, guys, we've got time here. We've got another half hour here, so don't worry, guys. We're going to keep going as much as we can. Just going to quickly talk some of the other stuff that was going on WrestleMania. Just a quick summary of going through stuff, really. NXT Takeover. Take it you saw it, Matt. What did you make of that show? I mean, I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
What did I make of that show? 10 times better than WrestleMania. And it's amazing, isn't it? Like, what was NXT? Like 3 hours long? And
Yeah.
It blew it away, didn't it? Every match, top quality. Everyone was put in their way. You know, not a single minute was wasted.
No.
It all came off golden. So I'd much rather watch that. I mean, I'd watch that twice.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that main event, I tell you, that was Gargano and Adam Cole. That was fantastic. I mean, Triple H said beforehand it'll take a lot for any match on WrestleMania to beat it. I thought he was joking. He was right. I don't think anything beat that one, to be honest with you. That was fantastic. They told such a great story, considering, Matt, that they had to change plans last minute. I mean, it's just such a great product, and I was really pleased that the United Kingdom title match was there. Got a lot of high praise, by the way, from our American listeners that don't really know an awful lot about Walter and stuff like that. They were very impressed. I'll say that much with the UK stuff. We had a lot of questions about, is he British and where is he really from and all the rest of it. And I had to try and explain that it's just that he's been on our circuit for a long time. Has Walter, but that was a great match. And Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream was an excellent match, and a tag match. It was just all brilliant. Even the women's match was good. I mean, I don't know what more you can say, but it was a great show. Top to bottom, just pure quality, and that's all you can ask for that one. So yeah, it was a great takeover, back to its high standards, Matt. Really, I feel on that one. Also, the night after, we had another wrestling show from another company from Madison Square Garden. Matt, I don't know if you've seen any of this at all, or if you've just caught glimpses and stuff like that so far.
Oh, no, I mean, WrestleMania is quite an investment. It takes a fair chunk to get through that, so I hadn't got around to that yet, but I'm sure you're going to fill us all in now.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this much. I'll say this, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I enjoyed G1 Supercard, watching it as an experience up against WrestleMania, for two reasons. One, the length of time, and secondly, just the matches on it were just supremely good quality. I mean, talk about NXT being good. I thought it would be G1 against NXT, but man, it shocked me how good it was. There was some stuff on the night I thought was a bit hokey, i.e. Enzo Amore and Big Cash showing up. Massive fan of that. I don't know why they did that Ring of Honor for that night, but nonetheless, that happened. But I mean, everything else, there was the Great Muta showed up. You had Justin Thunder Liger. He was there out of nowhere as a special guest. I mean, the pops on it was crazy. But I tell you, I mean, there were a lot of good matches on it, Matt. But one of my favourite ones that I enjoyed quite a lot was Jeff Cobb versus Will Ospreay. I mean, it was ridiculously good. Really recommend that match to you, Matt. Have you seen much of Jeff Cobb, by the way?
Yeah, bits and bobs here and there. I mean, I've not really kept up with it as much as I should have lately, but definitely one to watch. Yeah,
we had Kenny King up against Jushin Liger, as I said. That was a great match. And then, Zack Sabre Jr. Against Tanahashi was a fantastic match. All the matches were really well built. Some of the ones in between were like filler matches, like more sort of lower card matches. But Madison Square Garden, it was sold out. They done a great job with the production. I really enjoyed the commentary. I wish WWE would hire Kevin Kelly back, to be quite honest with you. And guys like that, because they do a really good job. Jay Lethal on it and Matt Taven. That was a good match. And Okada actually won the belt from Jay White. It was quite a big moment. And I think Okada, mate, he was surprised how popular he is in America. I mean, he was crazy loved in that building, I'm telling you. That match, that main event, I mean, that was a 32-minute match, and the Matt Taven match was a half an hour. I mean, they didn't get ripped off for time in their matches, I tell you. It was really, really well done. So overall, thumbs up from me to them. Congratulations to them. I really hope for Ring of Honor I know they've lost a lot of guys, but I hope that's a big, platform and a statement, as Booker T would say, into going forward for those guys, because they've done a really good job of doing it. And of course, New Japan, always a tremendous product. And coming away